Let's start with the game on Thursday night, Dolphins-Bengals. Do you think that maybe the little uncertainty surrounding Tua is baked into the spread a little bit here?
I think so. I mean, I think that has a little bit to do with this. The interesting thing about the Tua injury is, they're calling it a back injury. It didn't look like a back injury. I've had back injuries. I've had concussions. It looked more like a concussion to me.
My back hurts.
It's irrelevant to this point, though, because the thing I want to bring up is, you remember back in college when the last time these two teams faced off? Tua had a high ankle sprain. What did he do? He went and got surgery so he could come back sooner, and he played in that game hobbled, but went throw for throw with Burrow. Ended up losing, but a gutsy performance, a gutsy effort. I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't play in this game. Now, I don't think he's going to be as effective as he's been in this matchup. I think what we saw from the Bengals last week is what we're going to see from them moving forward. They got T. Higgins back. The offense is starting to roll a little bit better. They're protecting Burrow better. And defensively, I think they'll have a game plan for the suite of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. But I am assuming Tua plays, and I'm still laying the 4 points here.
If Tua was healthy, I'd still lay the 4 points. I think this is a great spot for the Bengals. You get a short week. You got a team coming off an emotionally big win against the Bills. They didn't do a lot in that game. Bills, they stopped them when they had to, and they made the plays. Credit to them. But I think this is a great opportunity for Joe Burrow in the passing game. But you know what this is? This is fire in the belly game. This is exactly what this is. Remember the story? I asked Tua at Super Bowl if he was healthy at the end of the year, if he would have beat Joe Burrow. And he said, I can't say that, I can't say that. I asked Joe Burrow the same question, told Joe Burrow what he said, and Joe Burrow said, yeah, and he waited about a couple seconds and came back and I beat him when he was playing, right? Fire in the belly. And
Burrow's got it, Tua doesn't. Is that what you're saying?
He has more of it, and he's going to show some of that in this one. I think the Bengals will get their passing game cranked up. Miami hasn't stopped anybody, by the way. So I think they crank up the passing game.
You could say they haven't stopped anyone, but they also held Buffalo to, I believe, their lowest performance last week of the entire season. So say what you want about stopping anyone. They held them down the way they need to. They're going to have to try to find a way of holding down.
They give up 450-yard passing yards per week.
Hey, you give as many yards as you want.
You're not going to win, but that's not going to.
Any good defensive coordinator will tell you, you get off the field, you force field goals, you figure out a way of getting off the field.
Does that play out over the course of the season if you keep giving up 450
Probably not.
Okay.
But that's becoming more of what the league is. And I can give you a dissertation of the shell coverage defense that everyone's using now. And a lot of that has to do with, hey, we're not giving up big plays. We're not going to allow that to turn these games. We'll give up 5 yards of pop on the ground, but we're okay as long as we get off the field in the red zone and force field goals.
But if you give up
that's what Miami
they give up
450
yards passing this week to the Bengals, they're going to give up about 35 points. And I think the Bengals are going to
right.
throw the ball around and have success. I like the Bengals in this game.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.